With the Pittsburgh Steelers season being over, like last week, losing to Baltimore Ravens 28-14, there's a lot of questions about one man in Pittsburgh, and that man is Justin Fields. And I have a lot of questions about him. I think a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans have a lot of questions about him. Even the media has a lot of questions about him. What is he going to do in free agency? Do the Pittsburgh Steelers give him a contract in Pittsburgh, or does he go and test out free agency and go to some team that needs a quarterback? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to be covering that in today's video. But before that, go like and subscribe to my channel. It'll be deeply appreciated. There will be daily content coming. Um, the off season is just about to approach, so a lot of these questions about where these quarterbacks will be going, wide receivers, running backs, defensive players will be covered on this channel. So if you guys like that content, please subscribe. But anyways, let's get on with the video. So I think Justin Fields is a really intriguing player because I think a lot of teams could really use him, and then a lot of teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers, like who already have him, could use him too, right? I mean, he came to the Pittsburgh Steelers from a trade from the Chicago Bears. The Bears wanted to move on from Justin Fields, and he went to the Pittsburgh Steelers, um, and was going to be a quarterback too, right? He was going to be quarterback too. They only gave up a 6th round pick for him, a conditional 6th round pick. If he only played 51% of the snaps, then it'll turn to a 4th round pick. He ended up not doing that. He only played 6 games this season. And for the Pittsburgh Steelers, right, the whole plan was Russell Wilson and then develop Justin Fields under him and start him, right? The Pittsburgh Steelers were 4-2 with Justin Fields. Russell Wilson gets back in the lineup, and he ends up in the season 6-6 with the Pittsburgh Steelers in a 1st round exit. And he did have a 5-game losing streak in his tenure as a Pittsburgh Steeler. Russell Wilson, I'm talking about. So, fans have a lot of questions, right? Like, did Russell Wilson do enough to keep the job, or should they go with the younger guy in Justin Fields, who's 10 years younger than Russell Wilson? Right? There's a lot of questions about that, right? And I feel like Justin Fields and Russell Wilson are similar type quarterbacks where they're dual threat quarterbacks. I mean, obviously Russell Wilson is past his prime. He's not the same runner that he used to be, but Justin Fields is a very unique player because he can run the ball like Lamar Jackson, right? And he has a lot of good arm talent. Now he needs to obviously use the talent and play really well. And his tenure in Chicago, rocky. Even on the Steelers, he had some ups and he had some downs. But I feel like if I'm the Steelers, like I sign Justin Fields, man. I really do. Like you have to at least have a conversation about that, right? He was 4-2 with y'all. Um, Arthur Smith likes him a lot. I think Mike Tomlin likes him a lot too. So I think Justin Fields is a younger guy. You can pair him up, put a lot of receivers with him. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers this offseason need to go all out when it comes to the offensive weapons because this team really does not have that much playmakers. Now, I do see a world where, they resign Russell Wilson and, Justin Fields, they give him a backup contract, but Fields doesn't want to be a backup. And rightfully so. I think he's a star in the league. So I think I'm going to go over some teams that I think he can start in because I genuinely think he can start. I think he's a good enough quarterback to start in the National Football League. Um, so yeah, this article says that he's gonna he should be the Steelers starter. So I think Steelers obviously are number one destination for him. He said in the interview that he wants to stay as a Pittsburgh Steeler, right? He doesn't want to learn another offense. Well, he might not have another option, right? He might not have another option. He might have to go to some other team and learn a new offense and be with a new coach, a new offensive coordinator. He might, and that's not been new for Justin Fields. I mean, even in his tenure in Chicago, he had you know um, Matt Nagy at first year. Then he had Matt Eberflus and Luke Getzey, and then this year he had Mike Tomlin and Arthur Smith. So he's had to deal with a lot of coordinators, so it's not going to be any different. So I think one really good target for Justin Fields to go is the Indianapolis Colts. I think the Colts. I don't know what they're going to do with Anthony Richardson. So I mean, I think he's honestly he's like a better version of Anthony Richardson, right? Um, and I just think that Anthony Richardson is I think that experiment's failed. So if I'm the Colts, you might go swing for Justin Fields, man. I mean, Shane Steichen has worked with a guy like Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts and Justin Fields are very similar type quarterbacks. So it might work. I mean, I think Justin Fields going to the Colts, having Jonathan Taylor as his running back. You know, and again, people don't understand that Fields he's a solid quarterback in the National Football League, and he's not a really expensive option. Like you can probably get him for a 1 year contract, prove it year, and like 25 million or something like that. It's not going to be that expensive a contract for Justin Fields, and and the highs will always be highs. Like if he develops into like a quarterback he's supposed to be, he can be like a Cam Newton. He can be even a Lamar Jackson. You never know. So taking up a chance like Justin Fields, it's a risky, but I think it'll be worth it in the long term. I think the Colts is a great option for him. I think the Jets is a good option too. Now I know I'm a little skeptical because I think the Jets are like the Bears, like they're like the AFC version of the Bears. So I'm not sure if the Jets is a really good option for him. But he could be paired up with um Garrett Wilson. I'm not sure if Devontae Adams will still be there. I think he'll be gone. But I mean, if I'm Devontae, maybe stay in the Jets, man. You get someone like Justin Fields, a young guy, um, definitely could help. But I don't know. Maybe Devontae wants to go and win a Super Bowl or something. So I'm not sure if Justin Fields going to the Jets is going to help them win a Super Bowl. But I think the Jets is a really good option for him. You go pair him up with Garrett Wilson. They definitely need a quarterback. I just don't think Aaron Rodgers is the option. But if somehow Aaron Rodgers is still the quarterback, I guess Justin Fields can't go to the Jets. Another team I saw was the Giants. Like I don't know. The New York Giants is an interesting one because like they do have Malik Neighbors. I think Brian Dable is a pretty good head coach. He just needs a decent quarterback. And I think Justin Fields could be good on the Giants. And I feel like if the Giants don't draft like Shadur or Cam Ward, I think they could definitely go and draft like Travis Hunter and then go and you know get a Justin Fields in the draft, right? And if it doesn't work out, you go draft a quarterback next season. So I can definitely see them going for it, but I don't know. I think the Giants do want to draft one. I mean, we'll see, but I can see Fields being a good option in New York. I think New York's is a sleeper pick for Justin Fields. Um, but I think another option I could see is the Saints. I think the Saints is a good option. Again, he gets to be paired up with Chris Olave. I think Shahid's really good too. Um, so like you get two good wide receivers right there. Um, it matters who they get as their head coach. I think their head coach is a big question. I think if they can get someone like a Mike McCarthy as their head coach or like an Aaron Glenn, I don't know. His defense is kind of suspect of that. But obviously the Saints do have some problems with their defense. They do have some offensive line issues, so they do need to get that set trade before they go for Justin Fields. But I think the Saints is a good option too. So like I feel like there's a lot of teams that need a quarterback, and Fields could be their option for them, right? Um, but I think if I'm Justin Fields, right, and if the Pittsburgh Steelers is willing to give him a contract, which I think is the favorite, you go with Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh is the number one option for him. But if he doesn't, I think you have to look at your options: the Colts, the Jets, the Giants, even the Browns. I feel like the Browns could be a good option. You can get Justin Fields was cheap. Deshaun Watson probably is not going to play next season, so. But I do see the Browns drafting a quarterback because they have the number 2 pick, so they might draft him. Draft like a Shador or like a Cam Ward. So the Browns might be a tricky one. I'm just thinking another team. Like I don't know. Like the Patriots, they don't have. They have a quarterback. Like I actually don't know. I'm thinking about it now. Like I think those are the only teams I'm seeing that really do need a quarterback, and Justin Fields could be an upgrade for them. But again, if I'm Fields, I go with the Steelers, man. Like Steelers offer me a contract, I'm going for the Steelers because I know that offense. I've been under Russell Wilson. Like that is a perfect match for them. I think they can work with Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith really, I think he's a decent offensive coordinator. I really do. So, y'all let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Justin Fields should be a Steeler? Do you think he should be, another like on another team? Or do you guys think he's a backup? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. He's one of my favorite players, so I'm in hope that he unlocks his full potential. Once a bear, always a bear, man. So I'll always support Justin Fields no matter what. But y'all let me know in the comments where you guys think he can go. My prediction is that he will be a Pittsburgh Steeler. I think he will re-sign with the team. And y'all let me know in the comments. It's been your boy Slashing. I'm out. Peace.